So now I'm ready to answer any questions you may have. I participated to an animated movie production called Lenoir, which came out 2 years ago. It was Afraid of the Dark. It was presented at the film festival in Rome. It's a movie that at the beginning had been an idea of the producers. Very particular producers, because before becoming film producers, they were illustrators. They were illustrators. I'm not an illustrator, but I've worked with illustrator friends, which is called, and that's how I met this agency. And we worked together for the Vernicola. That was a few years back. And now they've changed, and they stopped working as agents, and they started working as movie producers. They contacted different people in their teams of illustrators or around the designated animated movie and asked them if they were interested in making a movie, a black and white movie. And from there, what you could have done, you could propose anything you wanted. They proposed it to Matotti, Charlotte Burns, Richard Maguire, Blutch, Marie Caillou, and Dupe Barbero pulled out. And then one day I called these producers that were friends of mine. They told me about this story, and immediately I really enjoyed and liked the idea of such a project. So I told them, have you ever imagined to actually propose, thought about asking me to participate? Because you have always told us that you don't like to tell stories and that you wouldn't want to act as a figure man. And I said, nonetheless, it's interesting for me. And so they said to me, well, if you want to present us a project, we'd be very curious to see what you present. And I put together a project in a very short time, in 3 days. It was a project about only the voice of a woman that says a lot of things that she's scared about. And on the screen, you can see shapes and forms that are abstract that sometimes become symbols. And we're always on the limit between abstract and symbolism, registered symbolism. It's as if her thoughts were being crystallized. I sent them this project, and they said, this is fantastic, and this is what we're going to do. She's a great French actress that wanted to play the part of the woman who spoke in this movie. So I found myself directing Nicole Garcia when I've never had anything to do with the movie industry before, and it was very, very interesting. And I also discovered all the processes and things that make an idea become a movie in 35 millimeter movies, footage, and the post-realization and all the different stops, the animation aspect of them. the mounting, post-production, and everything that concerns the promoting of the movie once you're finished. It was very funny because when we had been invited to Rome's Film Festival, we had to spend a Saturday, we had to walk along the red carpet, but we had arrived on Friday, and there was the film director of Apocalypse Now, Francis Ford Coppola, that was coming out of his car, and he was there with Kate Winslet, and we thought to ourselves, what the hell are we doing here? So when we came out of our car, we came out of the car and found ourselves on the red carpet. There were 330 people thinking, who the hell are these guys coming out of the car? And there was a guy who waited for me, asking me for an autograph. And I said to him, no, no, no. And I gave somebody else of the team to sign an autograph. And inside, there was a real contact with the public as they was presenting our movie. Very warm in Italy. And there's a specific moment of my movie where there is the woman who says, maybe I've become a left party person. It was the moment of the elections in Rome. So it was quite funny to hear the woman say, I think I've gone left during elections in Rome. Does that answer your question? But most of the time they forgot to speak about my passage and my contribution to the making, because apparently it embarrassed them so much, as if they hadn't almost noticed that I had done it, as if nobody had seen it. And then from time to time, there were a few critiques that decided to start working on me. So it's very versatile and varied. But what's funny is that as we were having our turns of promoting the movie, or at the festival for animated movies or horror movies, and for a real film festival, a cinema festival in Rome, everybody was asked questions, including myself. Whereas for festivals that dealt with horror movies or cartoons or other fields, I was never asked any kind of questions whatsoever, because I don't have any knowledge. Because cartoons and design and are two worlds that mix.